Welcome to Physics Tips for Cambridge Students YouTube channel, and today we are going to be looking at the AS Physics syllabus, the 9702, and looking at base units, using base units to find constants and establishing relationships in equations. Without much further ado, please let's get started. Right, so we are going to look at this question that has been displayed. Express the unit of force and the unit of charge in terms of SI base units. So force, we have to use a defining formula there. Force is equal to mass times acceleration, and the unit of force will be equal to the unit of mass times acceleration. So unit of mass is the kg, and the unit of acceleration is meters per second squared. Now combining the two would give you kg meters per second squared, like that. Right, and then says using the equation, F is equal to Q1 Q2 over 4 pi epsilon naught r squared, where F is the force acting between two charges Q1 and Q2 when placed a distance r apart. Express the unit of epsilon naught in terms of base units. So the first thing to do there is to rearrange the formula so that we have epsilon naught on the numerator. So cross multiplying there would give you F by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared is equal to Q1 Q2. And then you divide both sides by F times 4r squared. So you divide by F times 4r squared. You remain with epsilon naught there. So that will be 4f r squared. So on the left hand side we've got epsilon will be equal to Q1 Q2 over 4f r squared. And then we want to find the units of epsilon. So epsilon units, so these square brackets mean units of, will be equal to the units of charge. Charge is equal to IT, and the units of charge equal to amperes seconds. So we have ampere seconds all squared divided by, then we've got units of force, which is kg ms to the minus 2 times r squared, which is just m squared. Okay, so this then gives you a squared s squared kg to the minus 1, then m and the other m become minus 3, and then this is s to the minus 2, so this is 2 minus 2, which is all equal to 0. So no, it's 2 plus 2, 2 minus 2, so that gives you 4. Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. So that's supposed to be 4 down there. Okay. So let's go over it again. A to the 2, s to the 2 there, and then plus this s to the 2 become s to the 4, and then kg minus 1, m, that's 1 there, and then that's 2 there, that's minus 3. So that's how it's going to be. You can rearrange it if you want, so that it starts with kg to be that. This should be positive 4 a squared. Right. Now we are going to again use base units to establish relationships in equations. It is thought that the time period T for vertical oscillations of a mass m on a spring depends on the mass m and the force constant K, mass m and force constant K of the spring. Establish a relationship between the quantities T, m, and K. Right, so it's saying that T is a relationship with the mass and also the force constant, which is K. But we don't know to what extent it is the relationship with m, so we just say to the power of x, and K to the power of y. So T, time period T for vertical oscillations of a mass m on a spring depends on the mass m and the force constant K. Establish relationship between the quantities T, m, and K. Right. So which means that T will be equal to a constant times m to the power of x and K to the power of y. Right. Looking at the units of T are seconds. Right. So these seconds, that's what we're going to have on the left hand side, seconds. So the units on the right hand side should equal the units on the left hand side if an equation is homogeneous. So the units of mass are kgs, so it's going to be kgs to the power of x. And then force constant, remember from Hooke's law, F is equal to Ke. So this is the K that we're talking about, so it's going to be F over E. F is Newton, so in base units it's going to be kg, meters per second squared, over meters, which is going to be equal kg seconds to the minus 2, because the m's are going to cancel out. So here we're going to get kg s to the minus 2 o to the power of y. So this is going to be kg x, kg y, and s to the minus 2 y, something like this. Now comparing units on the left hand side and right hand side. So on the left hand side we do not have kg, so the units of kg on the left hand side we just put a 0 there. So this is equal x plus y, because the units of kg on the right hand side raised to the power x and raised to the power y, so just adding the units. So 0 on the left hand side, we don't have anything, and then x plus y on the right hand side. And then we have units of s, units s. So on the left hand side this is raised to the power 1. On the right hand side we do have minus 2y, so which means that y is equal to minus half. Right, so from our relationship that we have discovered there, the first one, so this is our first equation, and then this is our second equation. So from equation 1 we can say that 0 is equal to x minus half, so which means x is equal to plus half. So our relationship now becomes going back to our relationship there where we had s, just put like this. So s is equal to, if you remember, s is equal to m to the power of x and k to the power of y. So it's going to be m to the power of half and y to the, this is supposed to be k, sorry about that. Oops, it's not supposed to do that. So this is supposed to be k, let me just erase that. Right, so this is k, so this should be erased as well. right? So this is supposed to be k to the power of minus half, right? So this is supposed to be t again over there. So these are quantities. So this is supposed to be a proportional sign. So which means t is equal to a constant, which we are going to say it's 2 pi, the constant, square root of m over k. Why? Because if you raise m to the power half, is same as saying square root sign, and then k to the power minus half is saying 1 over k square root. So which means that's the relationship between t, m, and k. Now, if you didn't understand any part of the explanation, please let me know in the comment section, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and also hit the notification bell so that you get alerted for my future videos.